Therapy? You mean physiotherapy?
What do you mean physiotherapy, man? Hey guys, I'm Shayan and I'm here with my dad today to talk about mental health उनके ज़माने में versus हमारे ज़माने में. So Baba, first things first, growing up, did you really know anything about the term mental health?
Yes, we knew, but may not be in the same term as mental health. We knew about depression, but we didn't discuss much into it.
So there wasn't too much detail into it, you mean?
Exactly. There wasn't too much detail into it. But you know, when in our first year in the office, we were introduced to something called a behavioral science, where why does certain people behave in a certain way in a given situation. But we try to understand people in that context.
Okay, I feel like you probably studied mental health more than me now. But yeah, like I think what you're trying to say is that people were shy about talking about mental health in general in your generation, right?
Yeah, exactly. We didn't discuss much in detail. If someone was suffering, they did it quietly and not discuss it among friends.
Yeah, I think that still kind of exists to an extent in my generation also, where people are just, shy about talking about their mental health. But thankfully, I think nowadays there are also a lot of people who voice their opinions about mental health very vocally and very loudly.
Yeah, loudly is appropriate.
Anyway, Dad, so basically, did you ever use terms like depression and anxiety? Could you even say something like help, okay, please, or just like take help in any form?
I'll show you something. There's a WhatsApp joke. I'll read it for you.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Yeah, the wife says, तुम प्यार करते हो मुझे? Husband, हाँ, बिल्कुल शाहजहां की तरह. Wife, मतलब मेरे मरने के बाद ताजमहल बनाओगे? Husband, मैं तो प्लॉट ले चुका हूँ. तू ही देर करके डिप्रेशन दे रहे हैं. See, depression used to be, it used to be used like this. And people really didn't know the meaning of depression, and they use it in everything like this.
Yeah, and we can't really lie about this either because even in our films, until very recently, I'd say, you'd see people using terms like depression and mental, like very casually. And I think it's only very recently that we've realized that we cannot really joke about these things because, mental health is a legit issue right now.
What? What is legit?
Legit, like legitimate, so legit.
Legitimate.
Yeah.
Your generation, the whole generation is weird.
You are weird, man. Okay, anyway, listen. Did you even know about therapy, for example?
Therapy? You mean physiotherapy? Huh?
What do you mean physiotherapy, man? I think our generation knows about both therapy and physiotherapy. But I do think therapy is thankfully a lot more accessible in our time. Like, for example, there's organizations like the Mood Space, which can help you match therapists according to your mental health needs and requirements. And they even offer, pro bono cases and financial aid depending on what you can afford. So I think the fact that these things exist today is pretty cool, right?
It is. It is. I wish our generation also knew about the whole thing. I envy your generation that way.
Yeah, I mean, I also wish they knew about stuff like this because then I feel like my teachers would have understood me a little better. No? Yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Dad, I have one last question. Did your office or workplace ever, acknowledge the need for mental health breaks, or did they ever acknowledge anything at all?
Never. We only have, we have casual leave, we used to have privileged leave, and of course sick leave. Now, sick leave, they are not bothered about whether you are sick or what happened.
Okay, wow. I'm honestly still laughing at like privilege leave. Like, what even is that? But yeah, I totally get that. Thankfully, I feel like workplaces now have also gotten a lot better at acknowledging stuff like this and enabling, I think, employees to deal with it better. Like, I still remember when I started working in my first office, I knew that like this colleague in my team was going through something. Like she was having a hard time and she didn't turn up to work one day, and she texted on the WhatsApp group like, can't come in today because I've got food poisoning. Now, why that is funny is because we'd all gone out to eat the previous night and we all started freaking out because we thought we are also gonna get food poisoning right now, you know? But then like times have changed. Like literally I can remember like an instance a couple of years ago where that same friend was now going for therapy and she just texted saying, you know, therapy this evening, see you guys tomorrow. And I think that's a lot of growth, you know, like not just as an individual but collectively as a generation also, right?
But that means your generation is also growing up now, man.
Yeah, exactly. And like not only that, like I don't think we're at the place anymore where we refuse to ask for help, you know, like be it me, be it you, regardless of generation, I think everyone can and should ask for help whenever they need it.
But you need help for everything, yeah?
Okay, done. That is completely irrelevant. Let's cut. Can you just shut your camera, man?